Seattle host RSL in the latest instalment of their bristling, burgeoning rivalry. Look at the Seattle starting 11.
Well, no Eddie Johnson means that Sammy Ochoa slides up front next to Fredy Montero. You have the ever-versatile Brad Evans slides back into right back because...
Let's have a look at Real Salt Lake, who have to make changes themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Espindola, great form. Saborio out because of international duty.
Chance to do some real damage towards the end of the 2012 regular season. And it's Seattle in the rave green to get us going. RSL in their traditional clarets and cobalt. An early look on the ball for Andy Rose through the middle of the park for Seattle. A lot of 3 in his last 3 games. And here he is again. And he made the difference at CenturyLink Field earlier in the season with the only goal. He's won a throw in.
Yeah, a little bit of a broken play. Looked like the ball had gone out of bounds. Zach Scott doing his best. Sometimes you just got to pull some shit.
Zach Scott was given a yellow card, and here it is on the bottom of your screen from referee Ricardo Salazar.
I think that's normal in that situation. You got to play.
Warming around the German. Beltran. Espindola calling for it in the area. Gill trying to make it happen. Away by Scott. This is Beckerman. And it's a test for Michael Sperling, who is solidly behind it.
Yeah, the ball fell kindly for Beckerman out in the...
Challenging for the 5th and final position in the playoffs in the Western Conference. Defending to do here for Michael Sperling. Gets now well ahead of Bonfili. Meantime, Javier Morales is down off the ball. And Andy Rose now, I think he's...
No, it's Zach Scott. Zach Scott just got his 2nd yellow card, and I have no idea what for.
Well, Morales down off the ball. It's Andy Rose contesting it, but it's Zach Scott who was involved in the play. And Seattle will be down to 10 men. For the majority of this game, there's an hour to go now, and Zach Scott has his marching orders.
I mean, it's a little bit of a challenge. I understand. I mean, it's hard.
Capable of the spectacular Montero, who tests Nick Raimondo, and that was not an easy ball for the Salt Lake keeper to gather.
No, sometimes when the ball's hit from that little bit further distance, it has more time to give a little bit of swerve, and Montero hits it hard, and Nick Raimondo very quickly closes his legs. It almost slips through his hands, and you can see him just block it with his legs.
Tackle in is by Christian Tifford. Espindola will come again for Salt Lake. Almost jogging pace right now. Luis Gill trying to inject some movement and pace into the game. That was Beltran. It comes out to Morales with a hit. And a tidy save by Michael Sperling. 2nd save of the evening for the Sounders goalkeeper.
Yeah, a little bit of a deflection off of this initial pass. Morales takes a shot from 25, comfortably down the middle. Sperling just... Schuler was the last defender.
Tifford with the free kick, and the punch hit Brad Evans. And a back header by Johnny Steele. Here's Rosales with the shots. And it had Nick Raimondo worried.
Well, on a couple of occasions, Salt Lake getting in their own way, not clearing the danger. Mauro Rosales trying to have a snap little curled shot to Nick Raimondo's right-hand post. And
for Seattle. Now Espindola. Gill making a run into the area. Wing it finding Morales. Beckerman, will he think about a strike from here? He does. And it's not too far over the top of Michael Sperling's goal. It takes something special to beat the big Austrian from there, though.
Yeah, you always have a little bit of it. Ozzie Alonso closing well. Brad Evans realizing the ball's going high, just ducks out of it, stepped to the ball. They've been on the same page, which has been amazing considering how many changes they've had to make for this match and play a man down for so long.
Beltran might get it back here. Tony Beltran save by Sperling, and at the second attempt, coming up big when he needed to. The unlikely figure of Tony Beltran bursting into the area.
This is better from Real Salt Lake. They're being a little bit more, and you can see the challenge from Brad Evans, just allowing Michael Sperling to come out.
Slow, now quick from RSL with Schuler, who's well up shooting, and Michael Sperling saves his best till last. Schuler hit it strongly. Sperling was not to be beaten.
Yeah, this is a great